Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at how to make a pie chart using Pygal. So if you've been following this series, we started the series on how to use Pygal, the Python visualization library, to make beautiful charts in Python. So today we're just going to continue from there. We're going to start Jupyter Lab, start the server. I'll take it from there. All right. Okay, so first thing we want to do is just make a new folder. This is from the last one, so let's in this folder just launch a new place. First thing you're gonna do in Python is import the libraries. So we're gonna import libraries, import Pygal, import pandas as pd, import Pygal. Okay, so go ahead and just get that out of the way. Let's make this a markdown. Creating pie chats using Pygal library. Okay, so now we're good to go. So before we do that, I want to show you the documentation and then we can look at pie charts. So let's go to pygal.org. Yeah, documentation, awesome. Show you what a pie chart looks like. So pie charts generally have a bad rep when it comes to the visualization space because some people are of the opinion that you shouldn't use pie charts at all. Somehow, well, you can use it. But for me, I feel pie charts are useful in a case where you don't have too many categories, right? Maybe you have 3 categories and you want to actually show it on a pie chart, then that's great. But one thing I know is whatever a pie chart can show you in a visualization, you can also get that same information using a bar chart. So at the end of the day, you have to think about it. Do I want to use a pie chart or do you want to use a bar chart? But if it's a few categories, maybe 3, maybe 2 classes, maybe 4, I think 5 you're pushing it, but with about 4 classes, you can go on and use a pie chart, okay? Just my opinion. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just have a very basic pie chart first and then see if we can do something with the tips data set, okay? I love Pygal because the API is so simple and it just makes it very easy to make a visualization. So without so much discussion, let's go ahead and do it. So let's call our pie charts a nice little name. It's a pie chart. So we're going to import the pie function from Pygal. Just trying to make a basic chart. And let's say we add. So in here, let's give it a title. Donuts consumption. Okay. All right. So we want a chart of donut consumption between men and women. Okay. So let's say pie chart.add. As usual, I love this add function because the API is standard. So let's say men. Okay. What pie charts requires is to show the percentage. Okay. So let's say 50. You don't have to put the title attribute, so just showing you the different ways you can do this. Let's say 50. And then pie chart.render to file. We call it chart svg. Okay. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let's put values here. Yeah. Python doesn't like when you have parameters like that and you're not consistent. That's okay. We got it. Okay. So this is it. Um, so that's what the pie chart in Pygal expects, right? So I'm not trying to get into any form of trouble. So I said that the donut consumption between men and women is 50-50. And that's what it is. I don't know what it is, and I'm just gonna put this just to show how you can make a pie chart using Python. So this is cool. This is really awesome. Let's see the actual file in the browser. So we can come here and then reveal in Finder. Okay, it's right here and boom. So 50%, 50-50. Okay, this is really, really cool if you ask me. Just the interactivity and how beautiful out of the box it looks. Okay, it's obvious I'm a big fan of Python. Well, moving on. Now, if you check the documentation, there are other types of pie charts you can make, right? So you can also make the multi-series pie charts, which I really don't know where you're going to use that, but it's there if you want to. And most importantly, you can make like a donut chart, okay? So for you to make a donut chart, you expect that you specify something called the inner radius and give it a value, right? And then you have your donut chart. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a donut chart. So let's call this donut chart equals to pygal.py. So title equals to donuts consumption donut chart. It's only befitting that we use a donut chart for this, right? Inner radius equals to 0.3. Okay, and we go on and just add the rest of this, right? It's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Okay, now let's call this donuts so we don't overwrite the last one. And yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, okay, let's open this up. What's going on? It's not showing. Okay, give me 1 second. No radius. Let's check it in PyCharm, see if there's something, because it is there. It's just not showing. Okay. So interestingly, there was no issue, right? But I don't know why it wasn't showing up there. So we'll check it out. So this is a donut chart, right? You can see this is a regular pie chart, and this is a donut chart. You see that as a donut. So by changing this inner radius parameter, you can actually change it. So let's say if we change this to, let's see what effect that will have over here. So if we close, probably should not have closed like that, but it's okay. Open with image. Now you see this, and this is a donut chart. With just 4 lines of code, you have a donut chart. That's amazing, right? That's really amazing. So yeah, that's it for making a basic donut chart or a pie chart using Pygal. I'd say be cautious with the use of a pie chart. If you have a few classes, then go ahead. If you don't, then you might consider using something more like a bar chart. Yeah, so let's see how we can apply this to our tips data set. All right, so we're going to use pandas for this tips pf is equals to pd dot read. Okay, remember where it's at. It's up. Okay, cool. So if this is the first video watching this series, I'll just do this for you, show what is in the data set. Okay. Now what we want to do is, I want to know what percentage of tips is gotten on different days of the week, right? So we have this day over here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to condense this data set and then sum the tips per day, right? So we're going to do that with a group by. So just do group by. So we're going to group it by the day and sum the grouping. Okay, boom. So you can see the day, you have the total bill, the tip, and the size, right? So let's say, let's call this grouped by day equals to this. All right, easy. What we now want to do is, okay, let's look at that again. Okay, so this is the sum. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, let's say for the tips, right? We're going to get the sum and then calculate the percentage. Okay, so sum of tips equals to grouped by day tip dot sum. Okay, so let's even see the sum of the tip. I'm really curious. Want to know if I'll go be a waiter or not. Okay, not bad. $700 or pounds. Not sure if this is dollars or pounds. Anyways, now what we're going to do is we need to convert these raw values into percentages. So to do that, you just take each value, divide by the total, and multiply by 100. And then we're going to use those values in the pie chart. So let's see how we're going to do that. Okay, so let's create a new column, percentages equated to the tip, yeah, divided by sum of tip. Boom. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Oh, my bad. Divided by sum or multiplied by 100. I think I remembered right now. Okay, cool. Let's just copy this and see what it looks like now. Okay, so you can see there's a clear distinction now, right? At this point, we now need to add this into the data frame. Okay, very interesting what we have to do right now. So we need this and to this, right? So for each of these rows, we just need the day and the percentage. That's all we need. So let's get it out. Now we have to figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, so back to what we're trying to solve. Let's name a variable called tip chart. And we're gonna just call pi title custom. I'll say percentage distribution of tips by day. Okay, so we've given it a nice little title. Now we're supposed to add the different parts of the pie chart. So if you look at this example over here, what the pie chart needs is it needs a title. When you use the add function, it needs a title and the percentage value. And remember, we already have the title, right? These are the titles we need, and this is this title and this is the percentage that we need. So to do this, there are several ways we can do it. We could extract the value here, extract the value here, repeat it, for all of them, and then manually fill it in here. But with Pygal, we don't have to do that because we can use, when you're repeating a procedure like this, that means you probably need a loop, right? So you probably need a for loop or you need a while loop. In that case, we're going to use a for loop because it's a definite number. You use a while loop when you're trying to iterate over a sequence, but you don't know how long you have to do it. So let me just show you. So we're going to construct a for loop for, let's say, row in. So we're trying to get each row. Okay, oops, let me know. Do something like that. For row in group index, right? So we are looking at, this is the index. So we are saying for each row in this index. So then iterate to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday. Okay. Want to extract, let's see what's the title. So let's say title equals to string representation of the row. Okay, so that's going to take each of these value and turn it to a string, and then the value equals now we're going to index for each row, because that's what we're doing here. We're indexing each row. So for each row we need this percentage. So we're just going to, okay, so we're indexing this. So we're just going to index the entire data frame. So, and to do that, there are different ways you can do it. You can use either iloc or loc. Iloc is integer based, loc is label based for indexing. So we're just going to do loc row by column. So we already know the row, and the column we want is the percentages column, right? Once we have this, we can just do something like this: tip chart dot add. So title value. So what it's going to do is it's going to iteratively make those add statements. So instead of repeating the add statements and typing them out, we just pretty much use the loop, and that's what we did here. Then we can come out of the loop and render it as an image, an SVG image. So render to file, let's call it, I don't know what to call it, honestly. Let's just call it tips.svg, right? Okay, we don't have that yet. Okay, wow, no errors. Let's see. Open it with an image. Boom, this is it. For us to have the interactivity, let's open it in a browser type environment. So open it with a browser. Double click on it. My bad. It's taking a minute. So this is it, right? Just clean, beautiful. We have the titles, which is simple as the legend for each of them here. So that's Friday. Oh wow, you can click it out. Click it out. Really cool. Okay, so Friday, all the tips made on a Friday represent 7%. Those made on a Saturday represent 35.6%, almost 36%. Those made on the Sunday represent 33%. Those made on the Thursday represent 23%. This is the most beautiful pie chart I've seen, without a doubt. Now I want to draw to your attention the real reason why people frown on the pie chart. Because if you look at this chart, right, you look at this, visually just looking at it, can you tell which is bigger between the green and the blue color areas? It's kind of difficult to tell because they are so close. You see, this is 33, this is 35. So this is where pie charts fail. I believe to make this much better, you might want to put the actual values in there. But with the bar chart, you're likely to see even that small difference. You're likely to see it in the horizontal bar chart. So that's why pie charts tend to have a bad rep. Yeah. So, but yes, this is clear to see. I'd say you could use a bar chart probably if you have just maybe 2 classes. That way, the difference will be clear in the sizes. But it is what it is. This is how you make a bar chart using Pygal. So I'm just going to challenge you to go on and transform this into a donut chart. So I'm just going to give you 1 minute, so you can pause the video now and try to see if you can make a donut chart out of this pie chart. And after you've paused the video, you can then come back and see how I'm going to do it. So let's save first. Oh, not bad. Okay. So I'm just going to save us some typing, copy this into the cell below, and just change certain things. Let's call this donut tip chart, and that's all I'm going to copy. Okay. I'm just going to copy it here. And I'm going to copy it here. And then I'm going to just change this name to donuts. One important thing, a donut is a pie chart with an internal radius. So all you have to do now is specify inner radius. Give it a value which is supposed to be less than 1. Let's say 8.5, and let's see what we get. Okay, no errors there. So let's open this. That's it. Boom. I really don't know which I like best, the tips or the donuts one. But maybe if I get to interact with it, I can then decide. Okay. I think it's this one. Villain Finder. Awesome. I don't know. I think I like it. It definitely makes for a beautiful graph for sure. It does. It really does. Yeah. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this particular lecture, showing you how to make a pie chart using Pygal. Pygal is a really awesome library. I have to keep saying that. I can't say it enough actually. Yeah, so see you in the other videos. Thank you.